All right, we are starting our tour off at one of the most iconic parts of the campus statue where people take their graduation photos, they'll take different pictures, and it's obviously just gives you a big idea of how beautiful the campus is when you look around you. We have the library that way, and then directly behind you is the campus store where you can buy a bunch of different things and merchandise. So many people that go through here throughout the day. And a little secret, the reason that I actually came to Miami was because I saw this U statue, I walked around this campus, and I fell in love with it. So follow along with me while I bring you on a tour of this amazing and beautiful, beautiful campus. On this side is the 24 hours market, and then all of the food courts, which unfortunately are closed for the summer. So over here we have the pool, and then lakeside buildings in the background, which is student housing on campus. And it was made only 6 years ago, so it's absolutely beautiful. I had the lucky chance of living there 2 years ago. So this is one of the most popular places on campus as well. We have concerts with a lot of student artists actually from the Frost Music School that come to play. People sit outside after getting food at the dining hall or food courts. And then obviously, as I mentioned, the pool's on our right, so it's super busy during the summer and during the school year. People go between classes, and it is true that people do tan between classes and go to classes in their bikinis to go out and tan. So this is my favorite place in all of campus. It's the bridge overlooking the water, and then you have freshman housing, Centennial Village back there, Lakeside, which is sophomore housing, and then the beach courts nestled in there. And then this is the Shalala Student Center. This is actually one of the busiest study areas on campus. It is the Shalala Student Center, and it's beautiful. There's windows overlooking the lake, so any students can actually go and study up there and go look at the beautiful lake. And there's also a Starbucks, and Corner Deli is one of the most popular places on campus. And then one of the fun facts that I tell people is Drake actually sang his God's Plan out of that window right there to all the UM students a couple years ago. All right, guys, now we are in the very center of campus. This is basically like where all of the classes are. So this is the big ash building, which is for the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm personally a poli-sci baby, so I always am at the College of Arts and Sciences. But past this, you'll get to more class buildings. In that direction, you'll get to a little bit more class buildings. And then look at our amazing landscape. And you don't get trees like this on every campus. It's really amazing to walk by, and you'll just see little animals around. We have ibis, obviously, that's our mascot. If anyone didn't know, the reason is because it's the last bird to leave during a hurricane. We have a lot of iguanas, a lot of stray cats, and opossums, oddly enough, but yeah. All right, guys, as you can see, this is our official mascot. We'll see if he lets me get too close, but it's really funny. They have really long beaks that will let them look through the grass, and normally they're in big flocks, but this guy's kind of just wandering alone right now. But they're pretty cute. They are not ducks, which a lot of people mistake. We're not the Oregon Ducks, but that's our mascot. So as you can see, this is one of the most beautiful campuses in the nation for our greenery and nature. We were actually voted several times in the top of the list just because the landscaping is amazing. And I mean, you can't beat this walk to class, just in the most beautiful area and just perfect weather year round. Okay, so at this fountain, a lot of people take graduation photos because I personally think, and I think a lot of people agree, it's one of the most beautiful places on campus with all these palm trees. People like to go sit out here and study, and I'm going to show you in a second, but the business school is right over there. So a lot of business students just come out during their breaks and just sit and chat, but you almost will never see these tables empty during the school year. Okay, so one of the #1 schools is the business school. It is one of the best programs that we have at our university. It is this huge, beautiful building. They even have their own personal library. So this is the awesome business courtyard where students can come, hang out, and sit between classes. And there's a bunch of tables where you can go to outside. And the awesome thing is every single school at the University of Miami has little courtyards like this where you can sit outside, talk with friends, and just interact with people. And then this is the second part of the courtyard at the business school, and it's next to a little canal that actually runs to the big lake on campus. But there's music that plays here 24/7, and it's a great little area to sit and do work. All right, guys, on our right we have the Frost Music School, and so one of the best things about University of Miami is they have a lot of the state-of-the-art music equipment. So if you're a music student looking to explore, we have a great marching band and a great program for music students. and it's beautiful. It's on the very end of campus, and it has great facilities for you to use, including lots of sound rooms and tons of equipment. Walking through the middle of campus, the best part is everything is super close, because even though it feels like a bigger campus, everything is super easy to get to. So the law school is on my right. This is in the middle. And then as you can see, this is where the music school is. So we have the theater over here for the music school, as well as the other side of the music school out here. And then one of the awesome things is juniors and seniors still have the chance to have on-campus housing, and they have shuttles, as you can see over there, that will actually take you to campus during the school day. So if you don't have a car like I didn't my junior year, you could just take those to the little center of campus. So walking into the law school area, there is a courtyard where all of the law students sit. And right now it's under construction, unfortunately, but there is a bagel shop. Einstein's Bagel is normally in there. And then this is where law students can sit at the edge of campus and just enjoy, as well as a student lounge for them. One of the best features of campus is we have a lot of stray cats that are taken care of. So you see this cute little guy wandering around outside the library. But along with iguanas, we have a big stray cat population. Okay, so walking around campus, this is one of the most popular spots on Daly, and it's the library. So as you see, the student center is down that way. You walk down these beautiful palm trees, and then you get the giant library. And then I'll show you guys inside, but there's the stacks up there as well. And if you ever need some coffee to fuel those study grinds, you always can go to Pete's Coffee here, which has an amazing matcha latte and also really good iced coffee. And then this is the foot green right outside the library that a lot of people will hang out at, and also walk between classes and just go and hang out and talk. One of my favorite things is every single Wednesday we have what's called Market Wednesday, and so they'll set up food trucks all in this area and people can go between classes. A lot of people get hibachi bowls or fresh fruit or a bunch of different things, but you can just stop by between classes and grab it from local businesses. Okay, now we're in the Richter Library, which is one of the things that people frequent the most, and it's hard to get during final season, but there's a bunch of computers that you can use, so you don't even have to bring your own laptops. And then some of the best things is we have free tutoring sessions over in this area called the Camner Center. And so there's a whole area for Camner Center, and there's a bunch of whiteboards over there if you want to use them. And then all over this library, you'll see people on a busy day talking in their groups, studying for finals, or working on group projects. This specific floor is super active with people working on projects and working together. It's kind of like the talking floor. One of the best things about the library also is you can book study rooms. So if you have a big group project and don't want people talking and distracting you while you're in the library, you can actually book these little individual sections for your group. So I've done this a lot with my group projects. And they also have individual ones if you want to take Zoom calls in the library, where you can just sit in the glass over there and just take your Zoom calls. And then this is the quiet study zone at the University of Miami Library on the second floor, so students can come here if they want some silent studying without any noises or anything distracting them. And then here's more study spots on campus. This is the breezeway, so it's right between where you can go to the campus store. All right, so coming up on our right, this is the Pike Fraternity House. This is Frat Row, and there's also student housing. So this right here is a lot of upperclassmen student housing right on Frat Row, but all of these houses we're passing on the right. This is the Lambda Fraternity. So there's a bunch of different fraternities that a lot of students can join if they're into that. And obviously the football stadium is off campus, so it's nice because you can just go down to these houses and tailgate and just stay safe on the street with a bunch of police present. And then this is a health center that is right adjacent to the campus, so you can go get your medicine and go to your doctor's appointment. So this is the on-campus student gym, and then there's a river adjacent, but people can go work out. There's a bunch of machines in there. Gym is also right across from the new Centennial Village freshman housing, so it's super nice for freshmen to come work out. So right in the front of campus, across from the train station, is the Watsco Center. So this is where all the graduations are, as well as our big basketball games. As many people know, when I was first coming about 4 years ago, we made it to the Final Four. So the stadium used to be absolutely packed, but an awesome thing about UMiami is they make it really easy for students to get tickets to these games. All right, this is my favorite spot on campus, and that is because people come to tan, people come to play, and as the ex-beach president for 2 years, I came out here a lot, and I'm still out here a lot to come play. So there's just a lot of things. People can come tan, people can go, hang out, and as you can see, this whole area is all underclassmen housing, so it's second-year housing, which is really awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for following along, and I hope you enjoyed UMiami, and I hope it convinced you to maybe come here for a little bit.